What a wild winter it was for the Oakland A's. At one point, it looked like Billy Beane was going to tear it all down, but then, before you know it, he builds it all back up. Tim McMaster here along with Jim Duquette. Let's take a look at the new pieces in Oakland heading into 2015. They get Ben Zobrist from the Rays. They sign Billy Butler to a big contract. Brett Lowry comes over from the Jays. Then in the bullpen, Tyler Clippard. They get him over from the Nationals. When you look at all the moves Billy Beane did, does he just kind of continue to amaze?
Yeah, it reminds me an awful lot of what happened 3 years ago when they traded those three big guys and ended up going on to the postseason that particular year. And so really a lot of their success is going to rely on the success of their starting pitching. Of course, when Lester becomes a free agent, they trade Jeff Samardzija. Now the pieces fall into Sonny Gray's lap. Sonny Gray has the ability to be a top of the rotation starter and got to 200 innings last year. Look for him to continue to improve. Scott Kazmir was real solid again last year. Jesse Chavez was a big surprise, and hopefully he can repeat it. Drew Pomerantz, Jesse Hahn. There's a bunch of guys in that mix to compete for the rotation. But I also like their bullpen. Thankfully, Billy ended up trading for Tyler Clippard, who can satisfy that back-end relief spot until Sean Doolittle comes back from the rotator cuff tendonitis.
When you have so many new pieces like they do, how important does that make spring training, just as far as blending it all together?
You know, it makes it difficult for Bob Melvin, but he can certainly handle that. He has two constants when you look at his outfield. You have center fielder Coco Crisp, who's been there the last couple of seasons, and same thing with Josh Reddick. They're the constants in that lineup. The rest of it is pretty much a mix and match, the entire new infield, and that's going to be, I think, the biggest challenge. Brett Lowry over at third base. He's a good defender. Can he stay healthy? Marcus Semien and Ben Zobrist. How do they work together? Zobrist, obviously the veteran in that infield. Of course, Ike Davis over at first base. You know, the interesting thing for me would be, will Billy Butler's bat rebound? He is an impact potential bat. Didn't have a great year in 2014. Look for him to rebound this year.